Shedeur Sanders set to start against Panthers in Browns preseason opener. Charlotte, North Carolina, AP. Quarterback Shedeur Sanders will make his NFL preseason debut for Cleveland on Friday night when he starts the Browns opener against the Carolina Panthers. The Browns have been battling injuries at quarterback, and Sanders is expected to see plenty of action. Joe Flacco is the projected regular season starter. Although Flacco is healthy, he will not play in this game, according to coach Kevin Stefanski. Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel are rehabilitating from injuries and aren't ready to play, prompting the Browns to sign free agent Tyler Huntley earlier in the week. Stefanski said Sanders and Huntley are the only quarterbacks expected to play. The 6'1", 212-pound Sanders was initially projected by some to go in the top 10 of the NFL draft, but he fell to the 5th round, 144th overall. The 2024 Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award winner played for his father Deion Sanders for 2 seasons each at Jackson State and Colorado. Deion Sanders said he's already spoken with his son, and that Shedeur is well prepared and is approaching the exhibition like a regular season game. That's how he's always approached everything. To prepare and approach it like this is it, Sanders said. He's thankful and appreciative of the opportunity. He don't get caught up in all the rhetoric in the media. He's far beyond that. He was coached through that when he was a kid. We've always gone through that. Sanders has been bothered by shoulder soreness in recent days, but Stefanski said Wednesday that's no longer an issue. He played in 50 college games, completing 1,267 of 1,808 passes for 14,353 yards with 134 touchdowns and 27 interceptions. He also ran for 17 touchdowns. Sanders will see time against the Panthers' first-team defense. Carolina coach Dave Canales said his starters will play about 1 or 2 series, depending on the length of the possessions. Bryce Young will start at quarterback for the Panthers. The lights over Cleveland Browns Stadium flickered against the late summer dusk, a warm orange hue melting into the night sky. Fans were already filing into their seats, some wearing freshly printed Browns jerseys with Sanders stitched proudly across the back. For weeks, speculation swirled, debates raged, and predictions flew like autumn leaves in the wind. But now, the moment had arrived. Shedeur Sanders, the rookie quarterback with a name already etched in college football lore and a legacy tied to the great Deion coach Prime Sanders, was set to make his first NFL start. And though it was just the preseason, the stakes felt bigger. Every throw, every read, every snap would be scrutinized, dissected, and replayed. The Browns had announced earlier in the week that Sanders would take the first-team reps against the Carolina Panthers in the preseason opener. The move wasn't just about getting him game reps. It was a statement. Head coach Kevin Stefanski had spoken cautiously at the press conference, but even he couldn't hide a glint of excitement in his tone. He's earned this opportunity, Stefanski had said, arms crossed but eyes sharp. We want to see how he handles the speed, the pressure, and the flow of an NFL game. That's what the preseason is for. The truth was, the Browns' quarterback situation wasn't exactly carved in stone. Joe Flacco brought experience, Dorian Thompson-Robinson brought mobility, but Sanders brought something else entirely, a blend of poise and flair, charisma and control. The kind of presence that could turn a preseason Thursday night into appointment television. Shedeur himself wasn't rattled. In the locker room before warm-ups, he sat quietly at his stall, headphones on, scrolling through his playlist. His demeanor was calm, but his mind was sharp. He knew the narratives swirling outside. The comparisons to his father, the whispers about whether his game could translate to the NFL, the doubts about his readiness. "I'm not here to be my dad," he'd told reporters earlier in training camp. "I'm here to be me. And I'm ready." As the team took the field for warm-ups, Sanders jogged out in the crisp white and brown uniform, the helmet glistening under the stadium lights. Fans rose, phones in the air, recording his every move. Somewhere in the stands, Deion Sanders sat quietly in a suite, sunglasses on despite the fading sun, a faint smile playing on his face. He'd been here before, watching his son take the next leap. The Panthers weren't planning to take it easy. Their defense, though missing a few starters, had enough speed and athleticism to challenge a rookie's decision-making. Preseason or not, NFL defenders live for testing young quarterbacks. Sanders knew it, and maybe deep down he wanted that challenge. The first series began with a touch of nerves, a short handoff, a quick screen pass, and a third down incompletion. But by the second possession, the rhythm began to build. The huddle listened intently as Sanders called the play, his voice firm, his cadence clear. Shotgun formation. For wide. The snap came clean, the pocket held, and Sanders stepped forward with that trademark calmness, scanning. He fired a dart over the middle to Amari Cooper for a first down. The crowd roared. Not because it was a touchdown, but because it was the kind of confident throw they'd been waiting to see. On the next drive, he showed off the full toolbox, a perfectly timed slant to Elijah Moore, a sideline strike to David Njoku, and when the Panthers brought heat on a 3rd and long, a step up in the pocket followed by a 12-yard scramble. It wasn't flashy for the sake of flash. It was controlled, calculated, mature. The sideline buzzed. Coaches exchanged glances. Veterans nodded approvingly. Even Flacco, the old hand, leaned in with a grin when Sanders came off the field, offering a quick word of encouragement. By halftime, Sanders had led 2 scoring drives, capped by a laser to Cooper in the back corner of the end zone. It wasn't perfect. A near interception reminded him the NFL is unforgiving, but it was enough to make one thing clear. This rookie belonged on the field. Fans leaving the stadium that night knew it, too. The conversation on sports talk radio would hum for days. Was Shedeur Sanders not just the quarterback of the future, but maybe the quarterback of the now? Was this the spark the Browns' offense had been missing? Sanders didn't feed into the hype. At the post-game podium, he wore a fitted hoodie, chain glinting under the lights, and spoke with measured words. "It's one game," he said. "I'm grateful for the opportunity, but I've got a lot to learn. A lot to prove. This league is about consistency, and I'm just getting started." Somewhere behind those words was quiet confidence. The kind that isn't shaken by pressure, the kind that makes you believe this is just the opening chapter of something much bigger.